Hello everybody, I'm back again with another video. Hope you're doing well. Hope your life's going well. Hope this week has gone well for you, and I hope that today has gone well for you. Today is Saturday, May the 18th, 2024. It is about 9:50 a.m. Central Standard Time. And I hope everybody's doing well. Hope y'all are having a good Saturday so far. I'm waking up here to a cloudy Saturday morning. Feels good outside though. I went outside a little earlier. It's not too warm yet, but summer coming up and everything is gonna get hot. Can't wait. But yeah, I hope y'all are having a good weekend so far. Hope you're able to enjoy whatever hobbies you like to do. Spend time with friends, family. Whatever you do, make the most of this weekend. But I want to get straight into the topic here. Let's talk about money, salaries, hourly wages. Something that I like talking about, of course, and I've talked about before. But we're going to specifically talk about $20 an hour and whether that actually is a good wage in 2024. Now, to start off, this is going to depend on where you live. Someone in California or New York may not get as much on $20 an hour versus somebody that lives in, say, Oklahoma or Ohio or Mississippi or Louisiana. But overall, is $20 an hour a good wage nowadays? Well, it kind of depends on your expenses. But with the way everything is priced, I would honestly say that if you're making $20 an hour, and you want things out of life, you want, I guess you could say, more out of life. You want more savings, you want more just things in life. I don't necessarily think it's a good hourly wage. I personally don't think it's good. Overall, like I say, it depends on your expenses, depends on where you live in the United States. But overall, with the way things have been going up in price, if you want more out of life, you need to work on increasing that hourly wage, whether it's by learning a skill, a trade, whether it's working on whatever business you have or side hustle you have going on. But with the side hustle, you're not really getting paid by the hour, so we'll just stick to like hourly pay rates. But learn a skill, learn a trade: electrician, plumber, welder, truck driver, nurse. I guess you could say really the medical field in general. That's a big trade. There's things you can do to increase that, because $20 an hour, it's not going to get you a lot, especially if you live in California now. They've recently increased the minimum wage for fast food workers in California to $20 an hour. And that's still not going to get you very far in California. You still need to be looking to learn actual skill, because fast food is not made. It's the job of a fast food worker. Like, it's not designed to support a family. It's not designed to really be a job that's where you support yourself like that on. I mean, if you work in fast food, even in California, you're living on your own, you're gonna have a tough time. You're gonna have to have roommates or something. But let's talk about other states. Is $20 an hour good there? Well, it depends. Maybe if you're out in a rural community, you still might be able to get by on $20 an hour, even with inflation and everything. But even in states that have a lower cost of living, right? If you live in a city, $20 an hour is still not going to get you very far. It just might get you your own place and afford you different things, right? But you're not going to have much money left over to save. You're not going to have much money left to put into some sort of retirement fund, whether it's a 401k or IRA or whatever retirement account you have. You're not going to have much left over with $20 an hour. Remember, $20 an hour is $41,600 a year, because what I did is I took $20 an hour and times that by 2,080 hours. And I got 2,080 hours by multiplying 52 weeks a year times 40 hours a week. Because let's say you work 40 hours a week, times that by 52 weeks a year. Given that you have 2 weeks of paid time off, right? So we just say $41,600 a year. 10 to 15 years ago, you could get a lot more off of $41,600 a year. Things were a lot cheaper. I mean, if you knew how to budget correctly and you were very frugal back then, you could probably still get in a home. I think those times have changed. The only houses that you're going to see, even in a lower cost of living state, that are under $200,000 are houses in bad areas. Areas where the crime is very high. Areas where there's a lot of different nefarious activity. Crime. There's all types of stuff going on in a neighborhood where the houses are under $200,000. But if you want a decent house, if you want something good, right? Sorry about that. Phone ran out of storage. But basically what I was saying is, if you want something good, you're going to have to pay. You're going to have to pay over $200,000, unfortunately. And then you have to factor in the mortgage interest rates being higher than they used to be. Something to think about. It is something to think about when we're looking at $41,600 over the course of a year. And so, $20 an hour, in general, I would say it's not enough. You want to be looking to increase that. $25 out an hour, It's $52,000 a year. Now, I will say that's not a lot, but that'll get you more. Then you got $30 an hour, $62,400 a year. And like I say, I'm basically taking that hourly wage and timesing it by 2,080 hours, and I came up with that by multiplying 52 weeks a year times 40 hours for each week. $35 an hour, $72,000, $800,000 a year. That's better. That'll get you somewhere if you're single, don't have a family. But I will tell you, even those numbers are not truly enough to raise a family in today's society. Your household income definitely needs to be more than 6 figures if you're trying to raise a family, pay the mortgage, right? Pay for all the bills that come with having a family. You're going to have to figure out a way, because under $100,000 a year, man, it's going to be rough. But that's why usually with families, both the mother and the father are working. It used to be to where you could raise a whole family on a single income. Those days are pretty much over unless you're making well over 6 figures, or unless you're extremely frugal. But $20 an hour, there's no way you can raise a family on that, right? Even $25 an hour if you're not working any. But I forgot to say, these numbers are like without overtime. So if you're working a ton of overtime, obviously how much you make at the end of your year is going to be way higher. But for now, we're just talking about without the overtime. You're just working a straight 40-hour week. It's hard out here. $20 an hour, it's just not enough. It's not enough. These are things that we have to discuss, though, because they are important. Wages are important. How much we're making, how much we're bringing home, right? These things are important. And remember, all these numbers are gross too. This is not after tax. So if you're making $41,600 a year, what you're going to take home is 30-something thousand. Can you raise a family on that? Can you survive on your own and actually have a decent savings with that? Not in most cities, but like I say, if you move to a more rural area, you might be able to make it, but no. And that's just the truth. Now, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to look to obtain a skill? That's what I would say if you're at $20 an hour. Especially in California, New York, all these high cost of living states. Right? Now, if you're living somewhere that's cheaper, I would still say look to increase that. You want to level up financially, right? Skills, STEM, right? And so the thing about it is $20 an hour, it's not enough anymore. It used to be, but now it's not. A lot of jobs do pay $20 an hour though, but these are jobs that don't necessarily require a skill. But the problem that is becoming a trend though is a lot of jobs that require degrees and everything are paying right around this amount as well. College degrees, right? They're pretty much obsolete except for a select few degrees, honestly. This whole thing where we just push everybody into college so that they can go in tons of student loan debt and hardly be able to find a job afterwards, it's ridiculous. And that's something we have to look into as well. College. If your degree is not in STEM or some sort of trade like nursing, or you have vocational nurse, you got respiratory therapy or other medical fields, or there's a few other ones that are good. Maybe accounting is good. If your college degree is not in these type of fields, science, technology, engineering, math, medical, accounting, etc., then you may not be too happy about the type of jobs that are going to call you back, because only jobs that might call you back are jobs that are paying right around $20 an hour, maybe $25 an hour. But is it going to be worth it when you're paying $300, $400, $500, $600 a month, $700 a month in student loan debt? Plus interest, right? Is it going to be worth it? That's something you have to think about. Anyway, y'all, thanks for watching this video, and let this video inspire you, right? Level up in life. Look to always be improving your financial situation, along with other aspects of your life, of course, but for the sake of this video, your financial life. If you're making $20 an hour, go for $25 an hour. If you're making $25 an hour, go for $30 an hour. Now, I will say $30 an hour is pretty good for a single person that doesn't have a family yet. That's pretty good, right? $35 an hour, $40 an hour. Not a ton of jobs pay $40 an hour, but $40 an hour, now we're talking. But even if you make below that, like I say, $30 an hour, at least go for that in this inflated society. Anyway, y'all, thanks for watching this video, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday.